In front of our eyes, here we go live with Rikoll versus Milton. Going to start off here watching Rikoll getting upper rocket launcher spawn, grabbing yellow armor on his way back to mid, trying to get some damage off on red armor as it's picked up. Milton, though, getting away with that without nary a scratch here. We have mega health and red armor picked up by Milton. We have Rikoll actually trying to keep him off of lightning gun just for a little while longer, since that's the one thing missing from Milton's arsenal right now. No real frag done yet, but Milton's already done a ton of damage against Rikoll. Pins him up against the wall briefly for the next grab of yellow armor, and we have first frag going to Milton.
And there's a second. Milton timing these items pretty good. He's got pressure on both armors, but he's gonna let yellow go. Pick up the red here.
And actually, I like the positional play that Milton is pulling together right now. He's definitely keeping, as you said, pressure on Rikoll right now, just by, you know, maybe not even controlling the yellow armor, but definitely making it a point of damage. I mean, that is going to be a very deadly trap of Rikoll in most cases. Here comes the nade rain. Rikoll, though, taking a little bit of damage from Milton's splash here. Milton's still poking out to do a bit of damage, waiting out the spawn for red armor. He's only got the 8 rockets left, but here it comes. How much health did Rikoll get away with there? He's got 64 health and still 114 points of that armor left on him. But he's still down by 2 frags, and even for all of this initial kind of stack bolstering here, it's not going to be enough to hold off against the direct fight against Milton's lightning gun. There it is, 3-on-0.
3-on-0, but with 10 health. Rikoll's definitely making a game out of this. Just can't get the goods, can't get the finish. Milton keeps in this next red armor, though he lost it for a while. And now what's he got to do? Well, Mega's coming up soon. There it is for him. He knew it was there all along. So all he's got to do is keep this top position. And then once he gets a kill, if he does get a kill, he's got to try and collect the spawn frags. Not there yet, though. But if the spawn frags start going, it could be real tough for Rikoll.
Indeed,
he's gonna pop a little bit over yellow. He knows he's got time to work before the red armor. There's a good little trick. Rocket jump off of it, get it up and away.
Oh.
And Rikoll, he could have stolen it there, but he didn't. So Milton in control of both armors. Mega health also in about 15 seconds, so he's got everything on his to-do list.
Yeah, that was a risky play there by Rikoll, and a very initially important one. He figured, okay, I can, you know, avoid the fight at yellow armor by going directly for red, but Milton was able to get the trap on him all the same. So Rikoll, that last fight really set him back quite a few paces, and we've already seen a couple more frags come towards Milton's way in the meantime. Now, Milton's still being very, very almost casual here. I mean, he's got the timing down to a point where he doesn't exactly need to rush himself. He's very sure of his own position, very sure of his own capability. Yeah.
Now he knows that while he's buffed with it like this, he has one extra item he doesn't need to pick up. So he can just concern himself with the 2 armors. See there? Damage to get the red armor pushed away, and then he could pick up the yellow. Now it's 3 items again, but in this time, Rikoll is the one who can't pick up anything. So that's the whole key, the whole point of this, that Milton's doing this control, and that's paying off, 7-0.
Ooh. And even being able to get behind Rikoll, that can be very, very telling indeed. Beyond just the one frag itself, the fact that Milton was able to kind of mentally fuck over Rikoll to that extent is not a good sign at all. Now, before Rikoll goes down at that point, he's going to take a lot of damage. Milton, though, picking up a hefty amount of health. And we've already got red armor up, but it looks like Rikoll's going to be able to get away with it here, finally. Also,
yeah.
Mega. Where did
Milton
that Mega
got
go?
that yellow, but then he had to get out the red for it. I guess he just miscalculated that Rikoll wouldn't chance the red armor, but he did. So Rikoll's got something now. He might even pick up this mega health if he knows what's up. And he's just trying to keep Milton away, and there's the mega he detected, and it was there. So now it's Rikoll's turn to see what he can do with this momentary control. He's got all armors and mega healths like Milton had before him. Now can he get the frags?
It's always amusing when you see a player take calculated risks that end up being not that risky because his opponent is assuming that he's not going to take that risk, which always makes me chuckle a bit. But Rikoll's been able to make a good bit of working, but that last bit of damage he took, he's going to be starting pretty much where he left off with the mega health and a bit of yellow armor. Now it's going to be another fight for red. He's got 22 rockets, 78 cells on his docket right now. Red armor's up, but Milton being down a teleporter, here he comes. Rikoll filling up the corridor with rockets. Milton hanging back just to do lightning gun damage on Rikoll's rocket jump for the pickup, but other than that, Rikoll's able to get away fairly unscathed. He has all of his mega burned off by this point, but he's still able to bring a hefty fight against Milton. Now, the only big problem that I'm seeing here is the fact that Rikoll, with a little bit of stack, is very, very predictable with his attack maneuver. I mean, we've seen Milton just shut down attack after attack after attack from Rikoll, so he needs to find a way to do some more initial damage without Milton initially being aware of it.
Oh, Milton's back charge, and all that spam paid off. Well, and just like that, the LG makes it for Rikoll. At least he gets the red armor from Milton. And he finishes him off, Rikoll, with a beautiful 1-2 combination. First he got the LG at the yellow armor, and then he finished him off with the red armor, picking it up on the way. So look at this Rikoll with 2 frags, 8-2. Pressuring the yellow as well, keeping that away from Milton. So Milton's on the run now for his life. He doesn't know where to go. Can he escape through the mega health? He can pick it up. That'll keep him alive, but it'll keep him barely alive, as he has to keep running.
But as soon as Milton went through that teleporter, Rikoll was immediately wondering, okay, which direction did he go? And that cost him a bit of time, it cost him a bit of initiative. And now he's almost at a place where he's got to be on the defensive from Milton. Once again, red armor's going to be back up, and he should be able to get the scrap, but even then, he's lost kind of the distancing from Milton that he needs in order to kind of land the damage. He's going to try to catch up with the rocket jump, but oh, he's going to be eating a rocket right to his own face. Rikoll's able to pick up yellow armor on the rebound, though. 8-2, definitely doable here, even with only about 3 minutes left. I mean, if Rikoll can get himself into a roll of spawn frags, that can be made up like nothing else. But time will tell, time will tell.
Both, it's been like 8-2 for a while now, because Milton knows. They both know that they can run away with the frag, so they don't really want to get killed too easily. Holy moly, Milton not pushing back fast enough. He gets killed, loses that control that he had. So Rikoll now has the red armor, and possibly can get the mega health. That's there it is.
But even
so here's the important area.
Rikoll was looking for a break. He might catch one here, not quite able to get in the last bit of damage. You can see how much he's willing to risk just to do that last little tiny bit of damage. But even then, he's not exactly catching a break like that last frag he made. It did not turn into any kind of on-frag situation. And after that last fight, yeah, Rikoll's out of timing.
Milton real sneaky here. Oh, he's got the drop on Rikoll, picks up the mega health and the kill. Rikoll didn't know what hit him, and just like that, it's all Milton's game again. He's got the red and the mega and the initiative. It's a tough break.
Yeah, Rikoll got rather over-eager for that last potential frag that he gave up timing, he gave up armor control. And now Milton's going to go back into the same groove he started this map off with.
Just that extra edge that Milton is getting that's creating all this for him. There's not much of a big of a difference in skill, it's just one little extra centimeter.
Absolutely. I mean,
hold on now. Rikoll spamming away. Milton is pinned. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Did they trade frag? No, he got killed by Rikoll, so... And the red armor's there, so Rikoll, he can still get some kills in.
Maybe not quite 10. I don't know, we might still be able to see, you know, a bit of spawn frag ability, but at this point I kind of doubt. We're looking at 40 seconds, and Milton's going to be running, almost getting bounced off the platform there. That grenade takes him down to 5 health, but there's a pickup of Mega, now chasing off against Milton. Rikoll, barely holding on to life, but he's going to be flying away. Yeah.
He fell down, he had 5 health, but he fell down to a health pack, so he didn't die, at least not right away. Now he's getting killed. Oh boy, that's just as close as it gets. 11 health, he gets the kill. But can he get to the red armor? But, oh, with 10 seconds left, I lost track of time. It's pretty much over.
At this point for sure, but final score is going to be 17 on 5. Rikoll had a few good opportunities, but without catching a break with the spawns, he was not able to really catch that back up. So here we are back on Aerowalk for round 2. Here we go on to Aerowalk. It's going to be map number 2 between Rikoll and Milton. Bill, why don't you take us off here?
Okay, go. Rikoll with a good spawn picks up the Mega and the red armor. Milton spawned close, but he couldn't grab it. Rikoll with 1 rocket left. He can't shoot it, or he won't be able to rocket jump, so that's why he was waiting there. But he's got the LG, and he knows when the Mega will spawn, so right now it's just kind of he doesn't want to fight close quarter combat just yet. But he wants to pick up the Mega health and secure this position. And there's finally a rocket ammo. But Milton jumps over those rockets pretty easily.
Yeah, that was potentially a really bad position for Milton to be in. Had Rikoll come in about a split second earlier, they would have met up in a place where Milton would have had very little place to run back to, except maybe down the stairs. And at that point, Rikoll could have pushed forward. But the timing isn't going to be quite to his advantage. Rikoll's going to have a lot of his stack burned off by Milton's LG here. Even falling down there, Rikoll's going to be careful on this exit through the teleporter. Coming back up towards Red Armor Room, or rather cutting back through in order to find Milton at the Red Armor platform. Miscalculates that a little bit and ends up taking a rocket from Milton up on top of the stairs. So Rikoll, even though he hasn't lost a frag yet, at this point it's just a matter of time. There it is.
And he's in a bad spot. Milton teleports in, gets another frag, and they gonna not give up that Mega either. Rikoll just didn't go for it. He knew it was a trap. Now finally Rikoll spawns with the red. Let's see if he can stop the cycle. He can. Gets the yellow, so he's a bit of in control now. Okay, so he's defending the red armor, and there it is again. So now, because he spawned in it, he knew where it would spawn again, so that's why we see Milton now defending whatever he's got left, which isn't much.
That last rocket right there was like one of the first that we actually saw coming towards Milton in order to do some significant damage. Nice job there from Milton catching Rikoll on the exit from the teleporter. But for all of that chasing, for all of that aggression, Rikoll just didn't really make much of an effect on Milton's stack at all. I mean, Rikoll, even with another red armor here, it's going to be a tricky play for Mega Health. Milton's waiting it out, actually giving Rikoll enough time to come back in for it. Milton not quite pushing forward into it is to be giving Rikoll at least something out of this, but he's going to try to push forward back through the teleporter. Milton was just a little too slow, and Rikoll manages to get himself on the board. But is it enough?
And there's that teleporter usage you saw just before, but Milton knows all the tricks, so he avoided all the spam. You see him running backwards, just grabs the yellow and disappears like Houdini almost.
And Rikoll trying once again very desperately just to find his opponent and find an angle to get the damage in on him. But every time he finds Milton, he's finding Milton already firing at him, already having done a bit of splash damage. And so Milton is just half a step of Rikoll in most of the cases here, but Rikoll has been able to hold on to his stack long enough that it's able to even out some of those factors and take a couple frags. Now the question is it going to be able to turn into anything else? Rikoll, being bounced across mid, has little choice but to attack if he wants to attack from the stairs, which is going to be disadvantageous, but he's able to get a nice rocket down on Milton as he picks up red armor. He should be fairly weak here.
What the Rikoll needs is that he's only 14% LG right now, and there's a good little spurt, but he's got to get those demoralizing LG kills to get his frags counting up. Again, it's close. It's 4-3. Only one frag separating these two, but it's like every time Rikoll's in control, can he get that flowing, those frags? Look at this, Milton just disappears. Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah. And Rikoll was going fairly silent under him as well, but the pickup of the ammo pack definitely left his position open. There's a little bit of an early play there for red armor, but it goes unpunished by Milton. It's only one frag separating them with still most of this map left to go here. I like this. Rikoll though, oh, eating that one rocket. That is going to be huge for him. Milton's able to come back in for Mega and take it away from him. That was the one rocket that pretty much had him going shit from the moment it hit. And now Milton is back where he wants to be. And once again, like we saw earlier today, I mean, when Milton's not in control, he really does not give anything away. He doesn't stick his neck out on the line. And he's still able to give quite a bit of damage out in the meantime.
Well, he doesn't... He's very ninja-like, but he's still in the best position possible. You saw that Mega Steal, he was up top there, the high rocket launcher spamming down. And there's really no answer to that if you're trying to get the Mega. And now Rikoll is... He had that bit of time when he was controlling the map a little bit, but now Milton has just wrestled that away. It's 8-3 now in favor of Milton.
Oof. And with Mega Health and Red Armor in hand, this is going to be a difficult place for Rikoll to throw off some damage against. Yeah, again, I mean, there was the one shot there coming up across Milton from the top, but it didn't connect, and the follow-up left Rikoll not knowing where Milton was going to be coming from, and that kind of lack of player knowledge, lack of knowing exactly where Milton's going to be, even when Milton is choosing a fairly orthodox path like that, that's going to be something that costs him more than aim, more than stack control, more than anything else, especially on Aerowalk.
Okay, Milton just making a fool out of Rikoll. Oh boy. Frags just keep piling up. And the items, they keep getting collected by Milton only. Rikoll does not even have armor, you see that? He spawns, he can't even pick up any armor.
Yeah.
There, finally he's got something. Okay, so maybe he can escape? No. The yellow armor is a trap.
And Rikoll is using his rocket launcher as an initial aggressor very, very effectively, not only for the damage, but also for the fact that it gets Rikoll bounced into a piece of geometry and gives Rikoll nowhere to run. So
yeah, Milton's more of a rocket launcher user
yeah.
than LG user. That's why, like I said, Paradox's answer to LG is LG. Well, Milton's answer to LG is rockets, and that's what you're seeing. Rikoll has great LG, but right now it's at 17%. And it's not because it's not accurate, he just has to spam it because he doesn't know where Milton's going to come from. He's got to shoot into thin air, hoping it'll hit. Yeah, this is probably GG with 21-3 and no end in sight.
Yeah, so this will leave Rikoll with only one more opportunity to keep himself in the game and in the running for this. Now, was it Milton who had never been to QH LAN before?
Yeah.
Or was it Rikoll? Okay, so hey, if he manages to pull this thing off, that you know, it could be a good addition to the LAN indeed. But again, like you were saying earlier, having these guys play together at the LAN, that could be a grudge match of epic proportions. I'm definitely not going to be wanting to miss that.
You said it. Let's see if there's any telefrags coming up.
Ha 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 ha.
No, there isn't any. Just gonna
Before
keep
I
you
figured
guessing.
out what you were doing, my jaw kind of dropped a bit. Okay. It was like, oh,
just...
I see what you did there. Okay. Alright,
this is just autopilot.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Milton is just back in the groove, and even with a low amount of health and a low stack, he's having very little trouble. Rikoll's finally able to put one together, but how long did that take, and how much pressure did it take to finally put Milton in a place where Rikoll could follow up on an attack? Finally, we see an ambush at the Mega Health, and so Rikoll's going to be able to pull together a couple frags here, but this is the kind of Rikoll we needed to see, frankly, 7 minutes ago.
Okay, so these are the two canyon maps we played, ZTN and Aerowalk. They're called that because they're like from another world, where usually it's just DM4, DM2, DM6. So now we're going to see one of those three core maps, and we all know that Milton's skill is the canyon maps, but that's because other people don't play it as much. So we're gonna see what King can do against Rikoll on the core map.
Well, we'll see in about 30 seconds once Milton is done with Rikoll floppy, cold, dead fish corpse here.
Yeah, he's like, he's just bouncing him around like a basket at this point.
This is where it would be fun if QuakeWorld had ragdolls.
What happens is the Gibbs fly at a higher velocity if you put more damage into it.
Alright, there we have it. Final scores to be 36-8, a little bit closer than we originally anticipated.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, it's going to be Rikoll with Mega Health and Rocket Launcher spawn also going over towards green armor. No real initial attack here coming from Milton. That's going to put him on the other side of the map with red armor, Rocket Launcher, and maybe initial LG. Does anybody have a lightning gun yet?
I don't know, but Milton's just really stopped Rikoll cold. Those splash, those bounces out there. And now Milton's got the LG. So he'll be attacking the Mega Health here with the... okay, he's got Rikoll cornered. Mega Health is safe. Does he want that, or does he want to secure the red armor? He's got plenty of time now. Okay, he's wasting time. He did have to get that rocket pack, so can he get the red armor? Yes, just in time.
With Rikoll already waiting there, I mean, Rikoll didn't have timing for it, and after that little bit of LG from the teleporter, Rikoll would... He was in Choke City. I mean, there was very little option that was left to him but to maybe trying to get a lucky grab for red armor. But knowing that Milton was going to have good timing on it did not seem likely. So Milton's going to be up 1-0 here with a very, very strong stack indeed.
That's 2-0, and he's waiting. Why is he waiting? Well, because he knows when the Mega will spawn. He'll pick up this red, get the Mega, and have enough time to come back for the next red. That's the whole point of waiting here. So let's see if he can execute that.
He's also doubling back to teleporter to look for an ambush from Rikoll. There it is. And yeah, like I said, there's the Mega pickup heading back over towards red. But Rikoll, I would anticipate that he would at least know what's going through Milton's head right now at this point. Milton, though, he's being a little bit cheeky here, going in for a little bit of extra damage. He'll burn off a bit of his Mega, but it'll make this red armor all that more important.
Well, he's now out of rockets almost. This is his last rocket. So now he really shouldn't... well, he can attack, sure, but he needs those rockets. So the next red armor that he picks up, it'll be 10 seconds after that will be the Mega. Okay, so there's the red armor, so he's got about 7 seconds for the Mega, and he's doing this by the clock. You see he's going back to the Mega, and he'll have plenty of time to grab that and then go back to the red. So he's just playing the items.
And Rikoll isn't exactly keyed into it yet. If Milton's going to be playing the clock like that, then we need to see Rikoll kind of going, okay, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, the point is that Milton is not... see, the problem that Paradox did was he only gave himself maybe 3 seconds between the red armor and the Mega Health. And you really cannot make it from Mega Health to red armor in 3 seconds, okay? But 10 seconds, it's really so hard to defend that. You cannot steal the red armor when Milton's playing this well. I mean, what Rikoll has to do... okay, a telefrag would be nice, but if not, just do those pot shots on Milton when he has the Mega Health. Don't commit to a full fight.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to see. More spam, more, not exactly challenges, but more just kind of rebound shots on the pickup for Mega, on the pickup for red. Especially when on this map you can put yourself in those positions where you can do the damage without really risking too much from the tunnel. That's going to be a nice bit. Milton taking a lot there for his trouble, all in the name of taking out Rikoll on the exit of the teleporter, and he's able to do enough damage to kind of scare him off of this fight for red armor. So
he's out of rockets now. Mega's going to spawn again in 10 seconds, so this is full map control by Milton, but Rikoll is keeping a tight edge here. He's getting killed, but again, he's making Milton work, so there's plenty of room of error for Milton to make. He just hasn't made one. I mean, he was close there with the tube, getting caught in the tube there a little bit, but right now it's all Milton.
Well, it was all for the bet. I mean, you could see Rikoll heading down towards lightning gun. He figured if I can get to mid and seal him off at the teleporter, then I can give myself plenty of time at red armor. So I can take a bit of damage, but I can maintain control this way. Everything Milton is playing right now is for the sake of control, which is why we're still seeing a score of 5-0.
Yeah, Milton is not giving, he's giving him as little chance as possible. And every time Rikoll is putting up a fight, I mean, he's got a lot of guts. I would give up at this point probably if I had something like Milton just controlling the map like this, like a robot. But he's making it just every time, shooting rockets, something, maybe, just not giving up just yet. And hey, 6-0, if he gets that kill and he gets a couple of spawn frags, all of a sudden he's in the game.
Absolutely, but the thing that's going to open that door for him is being able to catch Milton flat-footed, catch him in a place where he can do some unanswered damage, but so far those moments have been very few and far between.
Right now is the first time Milton has screwed up the timing of the Mega a little bit, so right now there will be a bigger delay, so possibly, let's see if Milton can make this work with the Mega. Okay, yeah, see, that time he messed it up a little bit because he only had, well, it's a long time to explain, but he couldn't time them both.
Yeah.
So now finally Rikoll's got the, at least the timing on the Mega health. So what he's doing now is exactly correct. He's, almost got the kill there, but got bumped up and into the LG. Okay, but he can still reset and get this Mega health, hopefully. Milton's doing all kinds of little fake sounds. Rikoll's got the green and the Mega, which is essentially the same as the red armor, at least until it starts counting down. And Milton with only 2 rockets.
Yeah, the spam for Rikoll, though, isn't quite being placed effectively, and it's not really giving Milton much to sweat about. So this is just time being burned off for Milton that Rikoll really cannot afford at this point. Milton's still being very, very, well, he's not exactly running the map like he was, but he's keeping Rikoll on a lockdown, keeping him in one position, and burning off a lot of time this way, and doing a lot of pot shot damage in the meantime. So, heading back over towards red armor very casually, and this will reset the timing again. And so after a given amount of time, Milton will be back to where he was at the beginning of this.
Well, what's going on is, this is a very subtle point on this map, but it's very important. On this map, there's only 1 rocket pack. And what Rikoll is doing is he's trying to control that. Now this is close, but no cigar. But yeah, basically Milton now only has the LG unless he corners Rikoll somehow. Rikoll with 3 health. Oh, this is so close, and there is goodbye Rikoll. Good frag, good spawn though for him. Maybe he can steal this red armor. Let's see. Milton real quick, and there's the red armor. So now maybe he can do something with it.
Oof, but you know, even with the rocket pack, I'm kind of worried about Rikoll's own placement and the fact that Milton, he can just kind of wait it out and go, okay, if you want to play long range with rockets, I could just do a bit of damage with LG, and in the meantime, I'm going to be getting full map control back once again. When you do push forward a little too close, when I take you down with LG, there, I've got your rockets. They're mine now. So I don't think he was too concerned about it. Oh. Nice.
Eventually you run out of LG because you have to use up more than the cells, and then you're out of ammo completely. But that never happened. Rikoll just never stuck to that plan. He just tried to go in and get something eventually, and it just didn't happen. And now you see here, Milton just 100% efficiency, I think, so far. He hasn't gotten killed once. Excuse me, it's not 100%.
I thought
and that's
once at the beginning. Oh, there we go. Screw you. But 2 minutes left here. Milton's going to be taken down one more time, but at this point, yeah, Milton was playing this so flawlessly for so long that any slip in that right now is just going to be drops in the bucket. Milton's going to be able to take the map fairly cleanly.
Let's see what Rikoll can do here. Maybe he can put up some drama. Okay, so there's only a minute and a half, so... But Rikoll's now finally in control. Maybe Milton will spawn fast and then the same spawn at the same time all the time. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, Milton's not going to play that game.
Stupid. Yeah.
And that's
cheeky.
GG.
Yeah. Cheeky GG. So yeah, Rikoll, he's now just trying to go as aggressive as possible, just get something done. But at this point, it's game over, man.
So Milton did lose 2 maps, which is almost unprecedented, but it looks like he warmed up here and is demolishing the second best placement of this tournament with a 3-0 victory.
Oof, and that is such a far cry from what we saw earlier today. I mean, we saw a best of 3 go to 3 maps due to Rikoll. But here, I mean, Milton is just shutting him down 3-0. So, yeah, stay tuned, guys. I mean, QH LAN's going to be coming up before too long, and with Milton being there and everybody else, this is going to be an event to remember, for sure. Did the venue change at all?
Venue is somewhere south of Stockholm. There's more information on qhlan.org, I believe.
Right. Yeah, the venue got changed to a city in Sweden that a Californian guy has no chance of ever pronouncing.
And the final score is 23-2, and all 3 maps, Rikoll wasn't really in double digits even, so very, very convincing by Milton.
Indeed it was. But there we have it. Final score, final game, very GG's indeed.